A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a groundbreaking encounter at an Air Force base in Alaska, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin have initiated discussions on potential peace proposals regarding the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This meeting marks the first direct interaction between a U.S. president and the Kremlin leader since the onset of the Ukraine war, which began in February 2022. Sources familiar with the discussions have revealed that the proposals involve a complex exchange of territorial concessions that could reshape the landscape of Eastern Europe. According to these sources, Russia is prepared to relinquish small pockets of occupied Ukrainian territory, while Ukraine may have to cede control over significant areas in the eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk, territories that have seen fierce fighting and hold strategic importance for both sides. The proposals emerged just a day after Trump and Putin's meeting, during which they reportedly discussed land transfers and security guarantees for Ukraine, with Trump expressing optimism about reaching a deal contingent on Ukraine's agreement. "I think we're pretty close to a deal," Trump stated in an interview, though he acknowledged that Ukraine might not accept the terms. The situation remains fluid, as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to visit Washington to discuss the potential settlement with Trump. The summit did not yield an immediate ceasefire, a key demand from Zelensky, who faces daily attacks from Russian forces. Under the proposed Russian deal, Ukraine would be required to withdraw from the contested eastern regions in exchange for a promise from Russia to stabilize front lines in the southern regions of Kherson and Zaporizhia. This demand poses a significant challenge for Ukraine, which has firmly rejected any retreat from its territory, particularly in the Donetsk region, where Ukrainian forces have established a defensive stronghold. In addition to territorial issues, sources indicate that Putin is seeking formal recognition of Russia's sovereignty over Crimea, which was annexed in 2014. The recognition of Crimea remains a contentious issue, with Ukraine and its European allies staunchly opposing any acknowledgement of Russian control. Furthermore, the discussions have hinted at the possibility of lifting some sanctions imposed on Russia, though it remains unclear which sanctions would be targeted. Trump has also indicated that he may reconsider retaliatory tariffs on countries purchasing Russian oil, suggesting a complex web of economic considerations intertwined with the peace talks. Another critical aspect of the negotiations involves Ukraine's aspirations to join NATO. The proposals reportedly include a stipulation that Ukraine would be barred from joining the military alliance, although there are indications that Putin may be open to providing some form of security guarantees for Ukraine. European leaders have noted that Trump discussed the idea of an Article 5-style guarantee, which would offer Ukraine a measure of protection without full NATO membership. This proposal raises questions about the nature and effectiveness of such guarantees, which would be crucial for Ukraine's security strategy. Additionally, the proposals include demands for the official status of the Russian language within parts of Ukraine and the freedom for the Russian Orthodox Church to operate without restrictions. Ukraine's security agency has accused the Moscow-linked church of spreading pro-Russian propaganda and aiding Russia's military efforts, a claim the church denies. Despite Ukraine's enactment of a law banning Russia-linked religious organizations, enforcement has yet to begin. As the situation develops, the stakes are high for all parties involved, with the potential for significant geopolitical shifts in Eastern Europe. The outcome of the negotiations will not only impact Ukraine's territorial integrity, but also the broader dynamics of U.S.-Russia relations and the security landscape of the region. The world watches closely as Trump and Zelensky prepare for discussions that could pave the way for a new chapter in the ongoing conflict. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.